Day 5 of Black History Month. Now, every day this month, I'll be talking about a different civil rights activist, freedom fighter, or black power leader. Today, we'll be talking about the legendary Ida B. Wells, or Ida B. Wells Barnett. She did get married, respect to her family. Now, Ida B. Wells was born in Holly Springs, Mississippi in 1862. She was born into slavery, but a few months later, the Emancipation Proclamation came through and she grew up freed. Now, she had 7 siblings. And when she was 16, her parents, her mother, her father, and one of her siblings developed yellow fever and ended up passing away. This left Ida in charge of her 5 other siblings. Now, she taught in schools and she made a living and she supported her family. She ended up uprooting their life and moving to Memphis. And in Memphis, she grew a passion and a love for writing and journalism. She would write about the lack of equality for black people, civil rights, things like that. You feel me? Now, in 1892, Ida had some friends, and these friends owned a grocery store out in Memphis. And this grocery store started buzzing around town. It was a pretty big thing, and they started getting more customers than some of the white stores. And you could imagine this wasn't something that the white people were fond of. So a group of white men ended up going to the shop and attacking Ida's 3 friends. Ida's 3 friends fought back. They ended up being arrested. You know, black people fighting white people back. They were labeled as agitators, and they were claimed as armed and this stuff. And while in prison, this ignited more anger from white people. So a mob of 75 angry white men went down to that police station, broke the men out of prison, and lynched them. Yes, they lynched them in the town for all to see. Ida wasn't there, but when she came back, she learned of the news that her 3 friends were lynched. And she wrote an article about it in her paper. And that got people even more angry, you could imagine. So another angry mob of white men went down to Ida's office. They broke her printing press, and she wasn't there, but they left her an angry letter, said, if you ever do this again, we'll do the same to you. Ida ended up leaving. She went to Chicago, but that didn't stop her, no. She then published that article. That article named Southern Horrors, Lynch Law in all of its phases. She followed that up a couple years later with Red Horror, in which she did a lot of investigative journalism about all of the lynchings that have taken place throughout the country, in the Deep South and beyond, and how unjust all of this was. The murders of black women, men, and children alike being hung and lynched in unjust ways. She was loud about this, so much so that other countries around the globe started picking up her story and invited her over there to speak about these things. Yes, Ida B. Wells ended up going to Europe, to the UK, to speak up about these things. Coming back